Hi, and welcome to part two, our art history section for today. We are going to be learning about artist Wayne Thiebaud today. Now, if you are one of my fifth graders, our first project that we did of the year was inspired by Wayne Thiebaud's desserts. So if you are one of my fifth graders, you have a little bit of a head start on your knowledge about this artist. So we're going to learn about him and his sweet paintings. Wayne Thiebaud was born in 1920 in Arizona. He currently lives in California. He spent over 10 years working in New York and Hollywood as a cartoonist and advertisement designer. He studied at San Jose State College and the California State University and joined the University of California, Davis as an art professor. Professor is just another word for being a teacher at a college. Thiebaud is awesome at realism. Art that is meant to look like real life. Thiebaud is best known for his realistic paintings of objects found in diners and cafeterias, such as pies and pastries. So this is a little bit like our artist Andy Warhol, who we learned about yesterday, and his pop art movement, since he created a lot of found objects, things that he found in everyday life. Thiebaud kind of did the same thing, except for his was desserts and diners. His style is pop art. So, like I said, we learned about pop art yesterday, and Wayne Thiebaud has his own way of bringing his style into the pop art movement, much like Andy Warhol. So, pop artists, painters love to paint popular things seen every day in American culture, like American food, games, cartoon characters, and celebrities. This is something we learned about yesterday. Pop art examples. We talked about Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup yesterday, kind of the comic book inspired style and signs and letterings. And we talked about how art can be found everywhere in everyday life. And that's what the pop artist wanted to show, that there is art literally everywhere you look, whether it's a piece of food or a sign that you see going down the road. Art is everywhere. So I encourage you to find objects in your house, or maybe next time you're in the car, and find something that sticks out to you as looking like art that is something you can see in everyday life. Wayne Thiebaud knows how to use those elements of art. Look at those contour lines. See how he turns shapes into forms. So like a shape would be something like, we can see that there is a square right here, but he gives it dimension. We have the shadow and the highlight and that 3D shape going on here that turns a shape into a form. A form means it has dimension. It's three-dimensional. Look at that color. Purple and yellow. What color scheme is that? Analogous or complementary. So complementary colors are when colors are across from each other on the color wheel. So yellow and purple are complementary colors. How about texture? How do you think these sundaes would feel? To me, they kind of look like, I guess, like a little bit like, when ice cream and whipped cream can be a little bit like fluffy but creamy and smooth at the same time. Honestly, whatever he's doing, he made it look delicious. So I'd say his mission was accomplished. Look at that space. Which cake is easier to reach for a yummy slice? So what we're talking about here is we can tell that this cake is in the front of the image. This is the cake that's going to be closest to us. And this cake back here, it's a little bit duller of a color, a little less detailed. And we can tell just from where it's placed on the page that it's farther away from us. So space is knowing where an object is placed in an image. Value makes his art look real. See those shadows? So value is like extreme lightness and darkness. So we have this very light table and these very dark shadows that make it very obvious that these hot dogs have that dimension that we were talking about, and that just pops them off the page and gives them that realistic look. So, what do you think his message is? Could it be feelings, stories, memories, or just creating good art? All right, so that is the end of our little art history lesson today. So we are actually going to be making our own Wayne Thiebaud inspired gumball machines. I'm super excited to do these with you. So make sure that you click on part 3 of this video series today so that you can create your own gumball machine. I will see you over there.